Well, still here from last time. Well, I did say that I was thinking of doing mining off camera. I decided that I'm gonna record it all. What's the point of well, as I called it, an audio journal if you skip some parts of it? That's such a strange name the more I think about it. Oh well. Uh, anyway, what's going on? Tomorrow, I do play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and tomorrow I'm meeting up with my group. We meet up every Sunday to play. We've been playing Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden. It's been quite fun. I've had the book for years, and I pre-ordered it, so it was delivered when I got it. I was the only thing I've ever been actually like excited for a book is I guess that, but like there's actual like genuine hype when Eve of Ruin was getting trailers. I know a lot of people say they don't like Eve of Ruin, but it is good. And people say it's not lore accurate, but like every complaint I've seen, I've been able to rebuttal or find reasonable solutions. Like, for example, there are no werewolves in Kryn. Well, yes, that has been stated lore in older editions. In the same edition that was stated, Wizards of the Coast released a Dragonlance, I think it was an adventure or a book that had werewolves in it. So, like, technically, yeah, that is a lore thing, but it's been happening since it was stated. Werewolves have shown up in Kryn. Uh, Another thing. Why am I blanking? What was the other thing? Oh, right, I ran completely out of cobblestone. I was gonna go to that mine, get a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, I did realize that I'm playing the Halloween update. I thought I was playing earlier, but no, the Nether's here. So that tower I said I was gonna build somewhere over there, I am gonna put my Nether portal in it. I just need to go mine it first. Right, I went back. Sorry for being turned around. I'm distracted by talking. Need to put these feathers away and make some pickaxes. Anyway, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's make 4. That seems reasonable. Also need some torches. I'll just take all of that coal and make them into torches. Make this all into wood. You can go there. But yeah, Rime of Frost Maiden, I've changed the adventure quite a bit. I've made it very survival oriented and gritty, and I think it's been going well. Uh, my players have been. I forgot to put my feathers away. I should bring some extra iron just in case I need to make something with it. But I am blanking. We just got to chapter 2 last session. My players, this is good timing. My players have been exploring the tundra. They went to Id Ascendant. I guess if you care, this will have spoilers for Rime of the Frost Maiden. They went to Id Ascendant because they had experienced the voice in their minds. A previous character had gotten the Psy Crystal. 2 of my players do know, well, one of my players knows a lot about Dungeons and Dragons lore. I do too, and we talk about it frequently. Uh, so he kind of clocked that was like, oh, I got the side crystal from a mind flayer skull and this weird incomprehensible speech. Is it a crash nautiloid before we got it there? I tried to subvert expectations by making it like, oh my god, it was a comet. Well, I tried to make them believe it could be like a comet made out of Charlatan or something. But alas, alas, they knew. It was fun. It was cool. They initially tried running away, but they ran away as soon as the Mind Flayer guy scripted to return. And so they got laser pistols out of it. They made friends with Mind Flayers, got laser pistol. Also, they traded the Psy Crystal. So now those Mind Flayers can get out of there. I'm thinking of having them come up in like a morally ambiguous way of some kind. I don't know how I'll do that though. But I want the Mind Flayers to return to make it feel like they actually did something. Does this keep going down? It does. Okay. Oh, there are so many different paths. Let me just explore this top area a bit first. I need to be getting cobblestone. I'm using it for my tower. Not quite enough, I guess. Yeah, another episode of me mining. Whippy. Her skeleton. Which way should I go first? Let me check out this path. Ow. There's iron there. Where'd that skeleton come from? Or where is it? It's not gonna find me. I'll be safe. Getting a lot of iron. So many paths. Huh. Okay. I'm getting a lot of coal though, which is good because I can smelt a lot for my big projects that I make out of stone. Tower's gonna be the first one. Then I'm thinking, should I do that? So I have an idea soon. I want to make a big Halloween town, like a spooky little town reminiscent of the Halloween mashup world. Should I do that in alpha or wait until Halloween next year, or technically this year because it's 2026? It'd be farther updated, but it might still be in older. Oh God. Now I can go back here. Wait, is this a path I've been? It is. Some ore I broke earlier. Let's put this on the left side, right about here. In there. So that I can go back that way. I'm gonna eat this, why not? More iron. Who would have guessed? So I want to go to the nether. I want to build that tower. This way it looks like it's going to be a dead end. Yep. I want to build... I think I'm going to make the cabin pretty big. Oh, wow. And out I go. mind, it goes back to another cave. Oh wait, I don't have a sword anymore. Time to make one then. Hello there. And it keeps on going. Should I check down this path first? I think I will. That's why I'm checking down this path first, because I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. There's a creeper nearby. Ow! No, it was a spider. Armor is still intact. Alright. Let me keep going. This is an interesting cave system. I need to start strip mining at some point. Yeah, I should make stuff. You know what? I'm gonna make the Halloween town sooner rather than later. I wanna make a bunch of builds that suit whatever content is in the versions I'm playing. So of course, another portal and then a Halloween town. Yeah, honestly, Nether portal then Halloween town is gonna be my builds for this version. Halloween town should be a large enough build that it takes a while. And then after I'm done with Halloween town, I can update to the next version. I'm rich in iron, but not a single diamond in my name. I haven't been mining very far down, to be fair. There's a creeper trying to assassinate me. I heard one take fall damage. Skeleton. Ow! That hurt. I knew I saw something behind me. Wait, did I see something? I could have sworn I saw movement up above. Either there's a cave with water, or there's a water pool on the surface that's really loud. Oh, it's getting day. Damn. Oh, that's... This opens up. Grab this in there. Oh, there's a skeleton. I think it's water. Where is the skeleton? Oh. Back here. Okay. I think we're gonna head down this path first. Iron. Jesus. Anyways, yeah, Rime of the Frostbane has been going good. I've been enjoying it. Gold up here. I feel like it should be elsewhere. This cave is so big. Big caves always overwhelm me. I always want to get everything done in the caves, but I never can because of how big they are. That could have been disastrous. I guess I know a lot is happening this time. I am recording, right? Yeah, I am recording. Okay. Right? I'm sorry, it was just a stop recording. Okay, I should be recording this fine. If I'm not, then looks like this was an off-camera mining episode. It says recording. I get a little paranoid that I'm not recording. I have no idea why. Oh my god. A completely destroyed spawner. How interesting. This is a gigantic cave. Oh well, my little torch method works well in old caves like this. Let me put this there to denote. Might run out of wood. Heard something walk. Nothing back there. Unfortunate this happened. I don't have any chests in here anymore. Just in case a skeleton decides to show up. I doubt it, but it is a possibility. A lot of gold. Are rails in this version? I did check to see what's in this version, but I forgot to check about rails. This is probably where I heard the walking from in this cavern, which is here. Some more iron. Jesus. Oh, the cave does continue. I was gonna say that's a creeper. Not today, creepy. Nothing this way. And that is a dead end. Well, I've been in this part of the cave. I'm gonna go strip mining this to actually get cobblestone. Because I don't have any cobblestone. Do I only have 38? Yeah. I'm gonna need a bunch if I want to make that tower with another portal at the top. Or another portal at the bottom. Nah, top is cooler. I'm fine with the extra walking distance. And I just follow the torches on my right-hand side. Then it takes me home. I'm gonna put one here. I know it's the way, but like, what if I'm here in like 5 years and I completely forget about that? No, that's ores, right? Yeah, that was an ore vein. Oh, right, there was this split. Oh well, keep it on my left side and it's fine. Good thing the cave doesn't continue upwards beyond this point. Just in case it does. Yeah, no, it doesn't. At this point, I could make the tower out of iron blocks. This version does have redstone. I did check what you can do with redstone in this version. It is powering iron doors. That is all you can do with redstone. There's pressure plates, there's buttons, there's levers, there's redstone torches. And all it is good for is powering doors. Not even fence gates, because those aren't in this version. It's awesome. Two paths. Let me go down this one. Dead end. Convenient. I thought I saw this in the corner of my eye. Yeah, Halloween Town in the Tower, what I'm going to build in Alpha 1.2.6 before I update to 1.3. I don't think there's much in Alpha 1.3. That's the version before beta. So I could also make a little no, I'll make a winter town in future versions. I don't know if snow golems are in this version. I don't think they are. I'll build a winter town when snow golems are added. Oh right, I remember what else I was going to talk about. Age of Imprisonment. That came out and I've been playing it. I've been enjoying it, but it's been hard to play it without my mind wandering, so I've been playing it in short bursts. But it's very fun. It's a fun game. Hello, zombie. Gonna make all of these into something. That is a cave down there. A very large cave. What? Get in that water. Sorry about last episode. Don't know who I'm apologizing to. I was watching this. Could continue talking about whatever I think no one would see it. Oh. No one will see it. It's another cave. This one looks tiny though. Oh, I see how it opens up. This cave was much larger of a thing than I suspected originally. Glad spiders can't climb in this version. Damn. That's not a dead end. Hello, zombie. Can I get any diamonds, or am I just trapped? Well, that was my last bit of food. I'm almost out of pickaxe, too. I guess I can always come back. This cave is insane. Left. Goes down or right. Oh, left, I'm going left. Maybe I got a chance for diamonds from exploring down here. Low creeper. That goes down. Some coal up there. I know I did something. I need to get out of here. There's a creeper down there. I'm leaving. Oh, damn. This place could be so good and important, though. Get me out. Get me out. Should I react earlier to that song? Maybe. What? Oh, I came from there. Let's see. Just so I know, I'm actually gonna... Yeah, that's the dead end. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh, Iron Band. Yes. Damn. It's even bigger. Coming back around the second time. Just to exit. Oh, thank God. It's the middle of the night, though. Am I gonna suffer my first death tonight? Iron. Interesting. Damn. I'm getting too comfortable. I need to head home. I hear a spider. Can I? I can. Damn it. Oh, I see it. The spider's right there. Tunneling out. Oh. Damn. Okay, well, doesn't that mean the spiders moved? It does. So if I go this way... It's still trying to get me. I'm gonna say a little back in case there's something that... Is my pickaxe gonna break before I exit? Ooh, iron. I can make another one. I needed that iron. You don't understand. That iron was necessary. Are they following me? It kind of feels like they are. Oh, there's a skeleton. Am I just gonna have to make a run for it? They're so close. Okay, should I hit this? sake, I'm gonna make a run for it. I'm gonna make... Oh, skeleton sees me. Oh, run. 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 Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? There's ice there. I saw a path. I saw a torch in the distance. No, 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 no. That skeleton, stay away. Stay away. Stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away. Stay away. I'm getting lost in the woods. Oh, damn. There's my path home. It's the opposite direction. Need to cross this battlefield. All the passive mobs have despawned. Hello. Spider there. Yeah, I should... I'm gonna use dirt so I... Oh. Help. Help me. Oh no. There are skeletons everywhere. Oh no. Oh, there's a path. That zombie's a bit of an issue, but... Oh my god. Good thing skeletons kind of suck at moving in this. The way home is this way. Hello, creeper. I see you. Yeah. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Oh. Oh. Deathless run. I'm home free. Oh. That was so close. My house could still be haunted, but it's better lit up over there. I doubt that much is gonna happen. I should put up a painting, a celebration of that one piece. Creeper? Creeper, stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Yeah, I'm home free. I can do organizing until it's day, which is soon. That moon's going down. And the creeper lost sight of me. Eat my dust. I need to get some food. I am out. Did I put like any away? Alright, so I got a bunch of coal. Wow, I got a lot of coal. A lot of iron as well. Oops. Barely any cobblestone, but at least it's some. There's you, you go there. Oh, right, I also have gravel. Gravel, you go in there. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Spider outside my home. 63. Amazing. Still got a lot of iron, and I'm using it for everything I do. Even more coal in there. Oh man. You can go in there, sticks, your wooden stuff. This will be logs and sticks, I guess. Nah, this will be planks and crafting stuff. Then I should move it to the side because... crafting stuff is a lot. Oh, thank God. Oh, you're still angry. It's day, Spider. Spider! Stuff hasn't grown. Thank you. Looks like I'm gonna go have to kill some pigs. What should I use for this version? I still need pigs guarded by a creeper. Hello, pig. Hello, creeper. Didn't drop anything, just my luck. More pigs, though. Another pig. Oh, hey. Crafting table I made. Oh, that's where the clay was, wasn't it? I remember. You know what? I am gonna get a bunch of wool. It's not like it matters make the Halloween town here. Seems like a nice place for a little bit of a Halloween town. I could use some feathers. They do drop feathers, right? Okay, well, zombies do, so. Alright. At last. Sweet home. Hello, cow. Why did that? I'm seeing things. Those horns look a little weird. I don't know why. Is it just me, or do cow's horns normally not look like that? Maybe it's just me. Yeah, it definitely is just me, but. I should go strip mining right after this. I'll put this stuff in the place. There we go. And I'm safe. I'm gonna take this and make a painting out of it. Oh, I need more wood. Goodbye, forest. Hello, arrow. Only this small. I am going to mark where these trees were before leaf decay is added, so they can replant this forest. When is leaf decay added out here? Hello. Finish chopping down this forest. Yeah, I'll replant it. This can be my oak tree farm. The topic of Dungeons and Dragons. I've played 2 adventures so far. Well, I've DM'd 2 adventures. I've been a player in 1. Something that we're doing is that we're making all of the adventures that I partake in part of the same continuity. We have this whole document written out about it. We tried to keep everything as close to canon as possible, but obviously there are some differences. And if you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons canon, you'll know that uh, you'll know that just keep on blanking. Where do I want to put this? Put it over here. Let me do this. Don't like that one. That one's cool. But anyway, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. I keep on blanking. What am I? Why can I not think? Oh yeah, same canon, different. We're trying to make it different. The most fast differences, because you know. Okay, so the thing about Dungeons and Dragons canon is every game everyone played in is technically canon. So yes, if your own homebrew game with like slinging guns and stuff, or I guess those might not be canon. Basically, any game you play that's set in one of the official settings, so like Greyhawk, Dark Sun, Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance, Ravenloft, Planescape, etc., etc., etc. Technically, they're all canon. So if you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons multiverse, is that the quote-unquote multiverse isn't really a multiverse. It's more of a universe that just works different to our own. Like there's only one of each Kryn, there's only one of each Earth, there's only one of each Torl, right? Um, but they're all part of a. They're all in their own crystal spheres that, depending on the version, are in Phlogiston or the astral sea, depending on the version. And then you can use different ways to traverse through them, and they each have extra dimensional planes that basically function as afterlives or different dimensions, as the name suggests. Those are the planes and stuff. Uh, but yeah, they're not really universes. I guess each crystal sphere can house their own universe, and it's not just the crystal spheres, but then again, it's just kind of like an extended singular universe. But back to the point. If the typical multiverse, like Marvel or DC, that you're thinking of when you hear multiverse, technically that exists, and that's the collection of every game, because every game that takes place in a D&D setting is canon as a part of Mirror Universes, the main one. Mirror Multiverses, excuse me. How many? Let me get a lot. There we go. How many is this again? I think that's 8, right? Yeah, it is 8. But yeah, it's a bit crazy. But yeah, so ours is within that multiverse, so there are differences, which makes sense. There are a lot of similarities. The biggest difference, as I've mentioned, is that why are there so many animals here? Let me kill the cow and the leopard. Let me just put this in the chest. Biggest difference is the timeline. For example, Curse of Strahd we have take place in the equivalent of like 1538, I think. And typically stuff like that is 1490s. It's 1490s. Rime of the Frostmaiden takes place in around 1489. That's the theorized time period for Rime of the Frostmaiden. And yeah. But typically they take 1492. We did that because... What the hell was that? Anyway, we did that because it was before I knew much about D&D lore, and I was like, okay, so after this adventure, how long does Curse of Strahd take place? Because I thought it was cool to have like a semblance of time. And so I randomly rolled it, and then we had stuff take place sooner or later, depending on how that affected the story with the characters and stuff. For example, Eve of Ruin, I placed all the way in 1555, so that could be a mini follow-up of Curse of Strahd after a couple decades. And my players did lose Eve of Ruin because the final fight is brutal. Vecna isn't like... He can pose a challenge to 20th level parties, but because of how low HP he has... I see that cold, don't worry. Because of how low HP he has, it's not very feasible that he'll actually win, no matter how much damage he does end up doing. However, I'm not getting that cold. However, they kind of went a little overboard for the final fight. They didn't go overboard. It makes sense to fight Vecna. Like, it's what you'd expect when it's like, oh, we're fighting the big bad of Dungeons and Dragons. The difficulty is what you expect, and of course my players lost. Now, a lot of people online I've seen things, they say, oh, he's actually easy, which, like, I don't know how they can say that. Okay, so here's the thing I noticed about Eve of Ruin. In, like, the subreddit and stuff, a lot of people... They kind of miss... Like, they don't read a lot of parts of the book, right? For example, the other day, someone made a post about a player potentially dying against a lich in a tomb. But if you read Eve of Ruin, you know that there's no lich. Like, despite it being based around a lich god, there's no actual liches in the adventure. This person was like, oh yeah, I changed they said that they were using 2024 stat blocks, but that fight is against a unique creature, a unique boss monster called a false lich that's exclusive to Eve of Ruin. So it's just a bit like... So they just missed that. They just thought it was a regular lich. And so they replaced it. People were like, what? And this false lich is actually a really cool fight. Like, it's very unique and without being like evasive like Strahd is, you know? Like, it's a way that you can actually challenge high-level players. I think they're 16th level by the time it happens. And it was a bit unfortunate that it happened like that because it's a cool fight. And they deleted it shortly afterwards. They were... Oh, damn, I didn't bring any iron with me. But yeah, I suspect the same thing happens with, I suspect the same thing is happening with some... Oh, why am I just not able to think today? I suspect the same thing is happening with some other stuff too, because, like, with the final fight. Because, like, I don't understand how some people can say it's actually easy. I'll describe why it's stupendously difficult in a second. Yeah, I'll describe it now. Based on memory, well, there's a law going for Vecna. It's entirely based on the arena. For starter, it's this, like, crystal maze. It's not a maze in that you can get turned around, because if they have an overhead map, that's not bad. It's that it's a collection of runes, and every room... Oh my god, diamonds. Every room... Oh my god, I actually do need to smelt that iron. What? How could I have missed that I had that many pickaxes, actually? Never mind, I don't need to smelt any iron. Uh, oh, hi, Dreadstone. But anyway, um, so yeah, there's a bunch of doors in the arena, and how they work is that they're not regular doors. Is when you interact with a door, it teleports you to another door. Now they're predetermined. It's not like it teleports you to a random door. It's predetermined so you can learn the maze, right? And it's pretty cool. Like it's very unique, and there's not much like that. So basically, the doors go to the wrong spots. Is how it works. Now, that wouldn't be so bad on its own. Except also the crystal walls, you can only see through them if you're within 5 feet of a wall, and you can see to the other. Then you can see the adjacent square on the other side. So like, you can't. There is a rule where you can't target through total cover. So like, Dimension Door would work there, right? Except there's a teleportation ward on everything except the doors and something else I'll get into in a little bit. But yeah, essentially, it's just super. You have to learn the whole thing, right? And there's a teleportation ward, so you can't dimension door through to get to where you want to go. However, Vecna, if you've read his stat block, you'll know that he has access to 2 teleports in his kit, which are exempted. They are not a part of the they aren't a part of the teleportation ward. So Vecna can teleport however he pleases, which is crazy. And something about the rule where you can't target behind total cover, that rule only applies to spells and attacks. Vecna's built-in stats are technically neither spells nor attacks, so he can freely teleport behind cover so long as he can see. And you know what else he has in his kit? Scrying. And if you don't target a person with scrying, you can place it wherever you want for free, so long as you know the location. Vecna can target he can just put a scrying eye somewhere in the thing and teleport freely because his teleport has the entire arena as its range. He can teleport essentially wherever he wants. Also, his teleport's a bonus action that he can do freely, and if it does damage, and if it does damage to anyone, he heals 80 hit points. Players are just so screwed in that. He can also do the same with Rod and Fate, which does 100 damage on average. So he can spam a power word kill if it just did damage instead of kill. It's just better, because power word kill only works on people with 100 or below HP. He can just do 100 damage to whoever he pleases, so long as he can see them. And that whole thing about being next to the crystal walls, if he doesn't have a scrying eye in the room he wants to go to, he can just go next to the wall and teleport to the other side. On top of that, remember how I said the doors aren't regular and they teleport you? They're basically, like, randomized? Well, Vecna can both use the door as if they were normal doors and use them as teleports. He can get anywhere from anywhere in the thing while dishing out tons of damage in turn. It is crazy. And that's not the only thing. You can't kill or knock Vecna out, because in order to win the fight, you must. It's explicitly stated that you must reduce him to 50 HP or lower and banish him with a specific magic item that has a once per day use. And not only that, but the magic item only works if someone fails the saving throw, which is forced if Vecna goes below 50 HP. like, he has legendary resistance, 5 a day. Force fail saving throw, he can auto succeed if he chooses. It's crazy. And not only that, but his infinite counterspell, by the way, which he has also 3 reactions instead of the normal 1, and his counterspell does damage. He can counterspell the magic item. Because magic items, Jerry Moore Crawford confirmed, they can be counterspelled so long as they have components that you can see, right? However, the only reason why that's a stipulation is because counterspell says that you need to witness the casting in its process, right? But, you can probably guess, but Vecna's counterspell is worded in a way that he can, he doesn't need to see the casting, he just needs to see the creature that's casting the spell. So Sorcerer with subtle spell can't get around counterspell. He just has so much going for him. I am gonna go back to strip mining. I don't want to just go on another caving session. It is just entirely bonkers what he can get away with. It is possible to win. My players almost got it. I did make a few changes because there's a strat Vecna can do that makes him literally immortal in that fight because, as you know, the writing on Eva Road was a bit rushed. But basically, Vecna can... The walls in the place are indestructible, and there's this place that the maze of teleporting doors can't get to. But since Vecna can use the doors as regular and also teleport through the walls like the players, he's kind of able to... he can... Well... He can just stay in there forever and then scry people, even if they succeed. By the way, his arena has chip damage that occurs the entirety of the fight. That's unavoidable. Also, the players have to fight 2 Death Knights, which if you don't, Death Knights are crazy. They need to fight 2 Death Knights before they fight Vecna. And he's got a bunch of CR 10 minions, 5 in total, I think, called Mirror Shades, that can spam, like, the equivalent of a fireball and psychic damage every turn. So, like, they're not that deadly for level 20s, but all of that adds up. Vecna doesn't even need to be present for them to get down to, like, a 3rd HP. My players were really powerful, too. I gave them extra stuff. They had the Sword of Cass and the Hand of Eye at Vecna, and I gave them buffs, which include a unique ability I gave the person with the Hand and Eye, which makes him able to go truly invisible, even to Vecna, at the cost of taking some damage, or teleport to whichever doorway he pleases whenever he goes through at the cost of taking some damage, and it uses charge from the Hand and Eye, obviously. And then the Sword of Cass, I had stuff. I also had a thing where the Sword of Cass, after they started dying, it was like auto-attuning them, because it was like, you need to kill Vecna now. And we were doing a thing where we'd re-roll artifact properties in hopes that they got something better to do the thing, but one of the rolls on the end was the player dies and comes back as a white. It did actually give him up because he was at like 1 HP. So when he came back as a white, he was at more HP. That gave him like a last leg. But they did die. They couldn't stop Vecna. They were so close, though. He was at low HP, 1 legendary resistance remaining. The player who could go invisible was invisible, and since Vecna couldn't see him, he could cast the Chime without... He could use the magic item to banish him without Vecna stopping him. It was so close. But then he made a mistake and lined himself up with Vecna's Flight of the Damned, which is like basically a Dragon Breath, which hit everyone and downed the invisible guy. Oh, I even was like, okay, I even re-rolled I was like, okay, well, I rolled to recharge his Fight of the Damned, but I'm gonna roll again to give you guys a chance. I gave them so many chances where I bent rules and just made stuff up to give them a better chance at winning, and they still lost, man. That fight was crazy, but yeah, since that means the end of the multiverse and everything, because Vecna 1, we are gonna rerun it. Well, no, not we're gonna rerun it, we're gonna run a follow-up. Yeah, we're gonna run a follow-up. And it's gonna be... I can tell you about the follow-up. So if my players are somehow watching this, which I don't know how they find this, but if they do, well, I do know how they could find it, but would a reasonable person do that? Anyway, oh, my inventory's full. Let me grab a chest. But yeah, it's gonna be quite crazy. I can put the redstone away. I'm not gonna need it for a while. It's gonna be quite interesting. I'm titling it "And Then the World Forgot." This is gonna be a very psychological, like not really horror, like psychological horror-esque. Existential is the word, because it's basically it takes place in a world that's not truly a world. It takes place in a world that once was a large and sprawling world, but it stagnated. Wars and conflicts were everywhere. And eventually the chief god and the circle decided to stop the world. They took all sapient life from it and kept the world to themselves, where it remains to this day. Now, the old gods of that world saw this, and some felt it was justified, some felt anger, some felt nostalgia, and some simply wished for it to continue because they loved that world. So some did. They created their own worlds, but since it wasn't the original, and they didn't have access to the original, since they didn't have access to the original, they made their own. And because of that, they were just memories, as fickle as dreams. Now a lonely god, not one from this other world, but a god from a completely other world that he keeps to himself, learned of this world's destruction. And he too loathed to see it forgotten. It was a place of memory. It was a place of happiness. Something that he wished to, despite its final end, something that he wished to preserve. Something that he wished to create forever. So, he created the world. He created his own version. He had, through secretive means, had gotten access to a copy, an exact replica of the original world. And so he created it as a place to immortalize it, so that it would never be forgotten. Even if he wasn't there, he would dedicate himself to remembering in others' stead. And fast forward to the Eve of Ruin. Rewind to Eve of Ruin. Vecna rewrote the multiverse like the Dungeons and Dragons multiverse. However, much to his dismay, he learns that his multiverse wasn't the only one. I talked about this earlier, but Dungeons and Dragons multiverse isn't the multiverse as you expected. He learned that there was a wider collection of multiverses, not only the Dungeons and Dragons one, but all of them. He learned about all of them. And Vecna, in his never-ending quest for power, wished to conquer everything. And so that's what he did. He set out, and since he only got all-powerful in the Dungeons and Dragons multiverse, he wasn't all-powerful everywhere else, but he's still like more powerful than anything ever to exist. Eventually, gods across all the different universes grew fearful of him. For he would arrive and he would take their world for his own, rewrite them so that they were but servants to him. And eventually he found this world, the world I was talking about. It's called Altera, by the way. He found the world of Altera. However, he neglected to realize the first one he found was the world that the lonely god had taken, and he failed to realize it was a dream. This lonely god, foreseeing Vecna's incursion, stole what happened to the Eve of Ruin party's souls. Essentially, Vecna rewrote the multiverse to condemn them to oblivion. This lonely god, seizing the opportunity, stole their souls for his own. And he basically, it wasn't like that. The souls that were condemned to oblivion did somewhat return in Vecna's new world as new people. It's the same people, but after they were condemned to oblivion. They're new people. They have no recollection of anything in the past, and they have different souls, but they are still fundamentally the same, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but that's the whole point. Is everything's existential and godlike. Does that make sense? So oh, my helmet broke. What's this? But yeah, Vecna, or the lonely god, took their souls. And the first part of the adventure is going to take place in Vecna's multiverse, but at some point, they are going to be taken and abducted and brought into this lonely god's dream of Altera. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. And this lonely god's dream. But Vecna, when he arrives. So basically, the second part is going to take place in this world. The players won't know its nature, of course. For them, they just crashed their ship and now are on an island in a city called Erok Nor. And it's going to be like Majora's Mask, a 7-day cycle until Vecna invades. However, this lonely god did give them the ability to rewind time. Since it is a dream, since it is but a memory, they can remember how they got here. They can perform this ritual which involves them simply remembering. And since it is a memory, everything within your memory exists at once, they can go back in time. Vecna, not being all powerful in this world, he overlooks that the world is a dream. He doesn't realize that right away. And so, because of that, the players have more authority than he does. So they reverse time, including him. However, if they do freely use the ritual to go back and Vecna witnesses it, which could only happen if they use it on the final day with Vecna in front of them, then he'll realize it's a dream and it will stop working on him and he can freely travel through it and just basically kill them. But yeah. There will be the ending. There will be the secret ending, which involves a secret final boss, which will be fighting the lonely god himself, who created this fickle world, because he's kind of a bit of a, as you guess, he's a bit, it's not exactly sane in the mind, because he's alone. And if they win, they can recreate the old multiverse and put it back into place. And my explanation for that comes to my interpretation of the Lady of Pain. Basically, those who accept this will become the Lady of Pain together. Because the Lady of Pain is, I'm going to go put those redstone away. She is the embodiment of basically the multiverse's glue, the order that holds it together. And so when they accept the power to remake it, put it back into place, they become the Lady of Pain. And in this posting, this is going to be my explanation for the 2024 rules, by the way, is that they become the Lady of Pain. The Lady of Pain does act as the glue of the multiverse, if you read books like Die Vecna Die. So it's a reasonable conclusion, at least in my opinion, to come to. That she is like an embodiment of that, especially since it's like an existential thing. But yeah, there's going to be a lot to it. I can't wait to play it. I think it's going to be fun. They haven't wrote much of it, though. It's because I'm busy with Rhyme of Frost Maiden and got a little distracted this past week. So I haven't been working on Rhyme of Frost Maiden. I should be well prepared for tomorrow, though. Let me check out this path. My inventory's almost full. Diamonds. Glad I checked out this path. Oh my god, it goes up. It's only one diamond, I think, though. No, it's two. Yeah, only two. That gives me 7 diamonds, doesn't it? I don't have any free inventory space. I don't need that redstone. There's gold there. Be down to grab some gold. This video's gone on very long. Should probably stop it. Well, I'm gonna head back to my home. I've done a lot of mining. I should be able to start on the thing, make me a diamond pickaxe. Well, I'm gonna grab this iron, and then I'll head back on the video. This is gonna be a long one, isn't it? Well, it's been fun. I should have been fun. That was easy. Why didn't I? It's... I'm sorry. Almost back. There's redstone I missed. But a lot could have changed. I just didn't stop talking. Is it getting dark? No, it's just because there's a cave up there. Maybe it is getting dark. The next episode will start in the dark. No, it's daylight. Well, here we are, home sweet home. I had a room for that. You can also get this. There you go. There you go. 63 of something again. Amazing. Wait, why did I put them down there if they weren't stacking? Almost out of stone. Then I can put this stuff away. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, I've got dirt. Don't forget about dirt. All right. This I can fill up with some water. And all right. Let me eat this piece of bread. Kill you. Smelt you. Never mind. Any farming to do? See a bit of farming. Let me just do a little bit of this. There we go. Oh, I already have a ton of sugar cane. I'll do that next time. Well, next video will be about building. I'll be sure to build a lot. Well, I'll see you all next time.